Hello everyone, welcome to Jacqs. Thank you for joining me today. I am a little behind on our What a Card Wednesday, so I thought I would try and catch up. So today I have a couple of 4th of July cards. I know it is a little bit after the fact, however, one of the cards you could actually use for a birthday card, so I thought I would go ahead and share with you. Now I was trying a new camera and it was auto-focusing through the whole thing, and I thought it might give you convulsions, so I don't think I'm going to share that footage with you. However, I can share with you the 2 cards that I created, and here they are. This one says God bless the USA, and it has a fireworks background. This here is washi, and then I cut these stars out with my Cricut using glitter paper. And here's another one that's similar because I couldn't make up my mind how I wanted to create it. So I used the center from these stars and added them here. And I added washi down here as well that says America the Beautiful, again with the firework background. Now I thought these turned out really well, and I thought I would show you exactly what supplies that I used to create them. So I used a Jacqs fireworks embossing folder, and you could use any kind of embossing folder that you might have with fireworks. You could use background paper that has fireworks on it or anything similar. The glitter paper that I used was by the Paper Studio. From Pink Paisley, I used the Sweet Freedom. I actually got the sentiment from there. And from Pebbles, I used the washi tape. I used white and blue cardstock from Recollections. And then I used Crafter's Companion Luxury Cardstock, the mirror card. So that was all the supplies that I used to create these 2 lovely cards. Now I do have another card that I will actually be able to create with you. First, I'm going to be using my birthday embossing folders from Jacqs. It's just this small one right here. And it just says Celebrate on it. I'm again using the Paper Studio glitter cardstock, and I cut 3 silver stars from using my Cricut. We'll be using some Miss Sparkle & Co. foam adhesive. We're going to be using some Recollections cardstock, the white, blue, and red. And we're going to be using a piece of the Celebrating Freedom by Bo Bunny, and it's actually the blue and white striped paper. We will also be using our cobalt blue archival ink as well as our glitter glue. And for an adhesive for the card backing, I will be using score tape. So that is all the supplies. Now, if you don't have a embossing folder that says Celebrate, please feel free to pick any other sentiment that you think is appropriate, or if you have cardstock that would say that word, or anything else that you might like to use. I just happen to have this and I'm wanting to use it. So for this first part, what we will do is take our red, white, and blue paper, and we will cut it down to the size of the embossing folder, which is 1 3/8 inch across and 5 3/4 inch long. Once we get all those cut out, we will take them and running through our machine to emboss them. And once we do that, this is what they'll look like. Comes out really well. The next thing we'll need to do is take a piece of white cardstock and we will cut it down to be our card base. I've already got one cut here for us, and it measures 10 by 7. And we will be creating a 5 by 7 card. So you will take it and score it at 5 and fold it, and we will be doing a landscape type of card today. For our first layer on our card, we will be using the Bo Bunny paper, and we've cut this down to 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. I am using the score tape on the back of that, and we will go ahead and layer this down. Now I use the cobalt around the color, and it actually made it pop a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and add that here. I think I'll go this way, centering that. Just burnish that a little bit, especially on the sides. Okay. Now, another thing I forgot to mention is that we'll be using Wink of Stella. And so I'm using the clear. And what I'm going to do with our embossed pages, or pieces I should say, is I'm going to go through and put a little Wink of Stella on the exclamation, the stars that are around them, on all of them. And then on the white one, I think I'll do the entire word. I'll go ahead and do that off camera to not bore you. Okay, so here are our pieces. Again, I did Wink of Stella on the stars there and the exclamation. On this one, I did it on the whole thing. And I'm using foam tape on the back. I actually ran out of the full foam tape, so I'm using these little squares. It does raise it up just a little bit more, which I think is going to be kind of cool because it's like the centerpiece, you know. So what we're going to do is add these here in the red, white, and blue fashion. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go all the way to the top. So the top edge of the red will go to the top of this striped card. And try to center that. I think that looks good. And we'll do that. I think we should do the blue one next, and we'll center the white one in between the two colors. Now we might want to use a ruler to help if we want to be precise about where to gauge the center for the blue one. This is going to be tricky. So again, we're going to go to the edge of the blue, to the edge of the first layer. I think that looks okay, so we'll press that down. And then, you know, I have all these little pieces of paper to take off, so I'm going to not bore you with that either, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're all good to go, and I'm not going to try and measure this. I'm just going to see how it looks that way. The next thing that we're going to do is add our silver stars, and I'll be using the art glitter glue for that. Just a little bit. I'm going to start over here, I think. These cards were inspired by Pinterest. And as always, I just change it up just a smidge. I think we'll do it that way too. So there you have it. That is our Celebrate card. Again, you can use this for 4th of July as well as a birthday card. So that's all of our cards for today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me and for bearing with me being a little bit behind. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.